The following is an ESG On Location video.
For anyone who hasn't been to Oracle World, one of the things that most hits you is the scale of everything. There are road closures, there are bus services, there are people on beanbags everywhere. The thing is huge. One of the challenges of huge is that the company is just itself so big and covering everything is impossible. So what I've done is ask my colleagues Colm and Brian to cover some of the highlights from the broad perspective, where they see Oracle fitting, rather than getting too nitty-gritty on the products. Listen to them, and then I'll make some closing comments about the feel of the event and the company as a whole.
So here we are at Oracle OpenWorld 2015. This time 2 years ago, Larry Ellison was absolutely vilified for skipping out at his keynote address to attend the America's Cup yacht races in San Francisco Bay. What a lot of people didn't realize at the time, though, was that Team Oracle was on the verge of an historic comeback. Down 8-1 to the New Zealanders, they had to win 8 consecutive races to take the America's Cup. Incredibly, they achieved that. And perhaps in his own way of I told you so, here we are looking at this huge 72-foot catamaran, proudly displaying that they are the current holders of the America's Cup. I think it's somewhat of an apt analogy to look at the success of Team Oracle and what Oracle Team Cloud, if you will, is trying to achieve, and that's play a little catch-up in the cloud provider market space. But I wouldn't count them out, even though many people say they're far behind. They've got tremendous amount of resources financially, of course. In fact, Mark Hurd talked about how they're investing $5.2 billion a year in research and development. So that should go a long way to helping them catch up in this race. In addition, they have what many other technology vendors don't have. That's an end-to-end optimized stack, meaning whether you're running your workloads on-premise or in the cloud, you have a consistent architecture. They're using open standards as opposed to, say, AWS's proprietary approach with their API. They have, again, citing Mark Hurd, probably what other technology vendors don't have, meaning you've got applications, middleware, databases. They own essentially the entire hardware infrastructure stack. In fact, many people are likening them to almost like a new IBM. So what that gives them, it gives them a lot of control. In fact, as our fearless, if not irreverent leader, Steve Duplessis said recently, they're not beholden to anyone. They can make this stuff happen. And that's really their vision is hybrid cloud today. Over the next 10 years, businesses are still going to be running at least half their workloads on-premise. So what they need is the ability to gradually step into cloud consumption. And Oracle is saying we can get you there as quickly as you want, or as, quite frankly, as slowly as you want.
Like most of my colleagues here have been impressed by the end-to-end breadth of the Oracle engineered cloud solutions, the ability to freely move from public to private cloud. What I learned here today that was different is really the opposite extremes of the cloud. If we look to the very top of the cloud, the number of applications from ERP to human resource management to supply chain management and a growing number of applications, the same application stack can run locally in your data center, in a private cloud, in a hybrid cloud, or in a public cloud.
So just a couple of other things that I want to mention in passing I think are really, they're pragmatic, but they're really important for customers. The first is, and this is from talking to a whole bunch of end users over the last few days, the first is dramatic improvements in the patch process from Oracle. Now, some users will tell you that means it's gone from being a nightmare to just a pain, but frankly, that's still a lot better compared to many other vendor situations, and it's clearly important for end users to get that sort of easier use, and that comes from the integrated engineered systems that obviously Oracle makes a big deal about. The other thing, which is just one of these sort of counterintuitive things that you come across every now and again, is numerous customers I've spoken to who have attested to the fact that they're buying Oracle because it's good value for money. Not what we always thought of the company, and we knew it did good stuff, but whether or not it was good value for money was always debatable. And it's interesting, both obviously for customer value and also for the progress of the industry over the next couple of years, to see Oracle playing in that manner.
Two really big things that I learned about are the archive storage option that they have. Archive in the cloud for a tenth of a penny per gigabyte per month or $1,000 for a petabyte per month for rental. That's unbelievably affordable and great technology. It's actually powered by disk caching in front of tape in the cloud. Turns out that the cloud is kind of a new surge in demand for archive storage, some of it residing on tape. And then the Spark M7 processor. This is an amazing new innovation where it's not only bigger and better in every way, but the integrated security that they've got, providing memory-based protection, providing in-memory encryption. This is really phenomenal technology, and it's being engineered with Oracle databases to provide better protection and security. And this is something that Larry made a big point of saying that we need to engineer in security, make it simple and always on, and the lower in the stack we can get that, ideally down in silicon like they're doing with the Spark M7 processor, is a great way to get that done.
25% of dev test workloads run in the public cloud. In 10 years, they're predicting 100% of those workloads are going to run in the public cloud. That's a tectonic shift. There's going to be lots of winners, but let's make no mistake, there's going to be lots of losers in this game too. But what Oracle is trying to do is carve out a place in this niche, and if they can help their customers be successful by bringing these optimized hybrid cloud workload elasticity through dev test, I think it could put them, or it can vault them into a leadership position. So that's something to watch going forward. And who knows, maybe they'll have their own cloud catamaran soon.
So what do I take away from this week here at Oracle OpenWorld? Well, one thing's interesting, if it could even be possible, is that this is a company that felt even more confident, and this is a company that we really haven't doubted its confidence before, but it feels even more so right now. Now, the three main messages to leave here were cloud, security, and I want to add one, is the stack. As you can see lined up on the stairs here, a lot of the messaging was about cloud, but a lot of the messaging was also, Larry's keynote for example, basically an infrastructure, a hardware keynote. And that's what's really interesting. There are very few organizations left in the world that have the ability to talk cloud, talk infrastructure, talk security, another of the things mentioned a lot this week, and wrapping them all together. That's the takeaway, and I guess that explains the confidence.